Good morning, America. This is Chris Amato reporting from Channel 8 News and our sets in New York. Today we will be covering the treatment of natives during the 19th century. We will mainly be covering the imperialism in Africa and the effects on trench warfare in World War I. We will have reporters go in depth with live witnesses throughout our show. Stay tuned for more. This just in. I have just been told that we have a live reporter at the scene with a native African who is just about to tell us how he feels about the Europeans colonizing him. It's now over to Sophie Danziger at the scene.
Sophie Danziger here reporting live with
Chris Amato.
Okay, how do you feel about the Europeans colonizing you?
You know, it was totally unfair. They took all our traditional culture and just destroyed it. We didn't have one person at the Berlin conference to discuss what they were going to do with our country and our land. And once they got here, they flooded our market with cheap goods, so it drove our businesses and local leaders out of business, okay? They didn't let one Indian into a political office, which was totally unfair. We didn't have one say in anything that's going on in our land. The Europeans' only justification for taking our land was for their need, their resources, and their industrialization. Today's Africans still struggle to overcome racism brought upon us by the colonization of the Europeans. Bless up. Thank you, Sophie Danziger, for traveling to Africa to do the interview.
No problem.
Our producers have got a special gift for you guys. We have brought in a World War I vet to speak with Jess Feeds and our camera crew for the interview.
Jess Feeds has traveled to a local hospital with the World War I vet in order to speak to him. Jess Feeds, now over to you.
Here we are live with Tom Whitaker while he's here to discuss his views on trench warfare during World War I.
The trenches were awful. I lost many family members there and friends. There was rats everywhere, it was crowded. I still remember the distinct smell of the wounds. One day, in a grenade explosion, I lost my eyesight and my arm. In the trenches, there was limited food and water. Every day you were scared for your life that something bad was going to happen.
Breaking news. We finally got word that World War I is finally over.
The Treaty of Versailles today was signed in France at the Palace of Versailles. It has brought many things. The treaty was signed exactly 5 years after Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated. But there were a couple problems with the Treaty of Versailles. It brought a weak League of Nations, an inflation and economic problems in Germany, French occupation in the Ruhr Valley in lieu of cash reparations for Germany, the Dawes Plan, which was incorporated, which reduced reparations and stabilized Germany's economy for a few years in the 1920s, and the Treaty of Locarno, which was a ban on war forever.
We hope you enjoy our coverage on the human rights in the 19th century.
I'm Chris Amato.
I'm Cora.
Join us back tomorrow at 8 o'clock for more.
Have a nice night.